A lot of gay and straight couples have open relationships, even polyamorous ones, but that's not for me or something I want to be a part of. I said it's better to end it now before it reaches a point where you might resent me for not fulfilling your fantasy. After that, we just lay there in bed, deep in our thoughts, and then he went to the store to grab something or cool off. What do you think we should do? Update. Since my last post, I've been sleeping on the couch for the past 2 nights because I didn't want to be around him. Last night, when I got home from work, my husband and I spent nearly 3 hours discussing our relationship and the threesome he wanted us to engage in. I was very emotional throughout the conversation, and while I may have forgotten some details, I remember the important points clearly. He was very apologetic after seeing how his request/offer upset me, and he assured me that he didn't mean to make a big issue of it. I started asking him questions. I asked if there was a specific person he had in mind for us to engage with in the activity, and he said, no. I also asked if he had slept with anyone else since we've been together, and he said, no. I asked him if something had happened or changed that made him want to have a threesome. He said, no, but he did mention that he wanted to ask just in case my stance on threesomes or non-monogamy had changed. I asked him again to clarify what he meant by spicing things up, and he explained that we've been having vanilla lovemaking, which is why he made the suggestion. I told him that there's nothing wrong with vanilla stuff, but there are other ways to spice things up without involving non-monogamy, like the adult toys we use from time to time. I then reiterated that I'm seriously considering separation because of his requests. I also reminded him of our plan to buy a house later this year or early next year, and eventually adopt a child to raise as our own. I explained that open marriages have a high failure rate, and I don't want to adopt a child only for them to experience us separating because our marriage failed. While this isn't the case for all open marriages, I'm not willing to take that risk, and I don't want that dynamic in our relationship. He then apologized again and said that his fantasies were just that, fantasies, and that he could live without them being fulfilled and he can just get off and be back to normal. He also told me that he still loves me so much and wants to spend the rest of our lives together. I expressed to him that my trust is shaken, and it's going to take a lot of work for us to get back to where we were. He then suggested couples counseling again, and I agreed. I also brought up the idea of seeing intimate therapist either for him individually or for both of us to help us better understand each other and possibly explore new fantasies that we can enjoy together without involving non-monogamy. He then promised not to bring up anything about non-monogamy. I want to thank everyone who responded to my post. I understand that some of you hoped for a different outcome, but I didn't want to end the relationship solely because of fantasies. I truly hope I made the right choice and won't end up with a broken heart down the line. Hopefully, this will be the last update on this topic, but if there's more, I'll be sure to reach out again. I'd also love to hear everyone's take on this. Did I make the right choice by not ending the relationship outright? Edit. To clarify, when I said, my trust is shaken, I was referring to our relationship. I'm questioning everything we've planned together, including whether we should move forward with the house and having children. I don't want to deepen our commitments if this is something he strongly feels about and cannot compromise on or live without. In that case, those plans would definitely need to be reconsidered.